Hi guys, it's Jess from HonestFiction and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing my May TBR. Alright guys, so I know everyone says this in their TBR videos, but how the heck is it May already? I am just so excited for summer break and going to the beach, and I'm ready. I am ready for summer. So anyway, I have a decent amount of books on this list. Now, these aren't all the books I plan on reading in May, but these are just like priority. So like books I'm reading for read-alongs and book clubs and like things like that. And I'm really excited to share them with you. Now, if you're unfamiliar with my channel, I post new videos every Wednesday and Sunday. If you haven't yet, please like and subscribe. You can also hit that notification bell to be notified whenever I post new bookish content. You can also check out my Instagram and Goodreads, both linked down below. With all that out of the way, let's talk about these books. So starting off with books I'll be reading for different read-alongs. First up, we have The War of Two Queens by Jennifer L. Armentrout. So this is the fourth book in the From Blood and Ash series. So a few other booktubers and myself are currently rereading or reading for the first time this entire series as well as the prequel series, and we are now up to book 4. And this book in particular has a certain scene that people either love or absolutely despise. It is very controversial, and I cannot wait to discuss it with all of you. So please join us for the live show where we talk about this book. It's going to be on my channel at 2 p.m. EST on June 4th, I believe. I'll leave all the information down in the description below, but I'm so excited to talk about this book with everyone. I feel like all of us are going to have very different opinions on that scene, so it should be a really good time. And next up, my friend Carrie was super sweet and asked if I wanted to be one of the co-hosts for the, I think it's called Raven's Book Club, and we're going to be talking about Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. And this is one of my most anticipated fantasy romance releases for this year. It has dragons, it has romance. It's going to be amazing. So like most of my friends have actually received arcs of this book, and they have all absolutely loved it. I don't know what I did to NetGalley. I cannot get an arc from them to save my life. Every single time I get denied. I don't know what I did. Even if it's just like open where like anyone can get an arc, they won't give it to me. But anyway, I cannot wait to read this. So I'm pretty sure the live show to discuss the book is going to be on Christy Reads a Lot channel. Pretty sure it's May 24th, but I will leave all the information down in the description below. And the last read along that I'm going to be co-hosting is the Ravenhood Series read-along. So Cheyenne from That Tall Book Girl and I are going to be rereading this entire series and then having a live show on June 2nd at 8 p.m. EST. I'm kind of nervous to reread this, honestly. This is one of my absolute favorite romances of all time. I have a full spoiler-free review just devoted to this series that I will leave in the cards and in the description. It's very hard to describe the plot of this series without giving away spoilers, but we are essentially following Cecilia, and she moves to this new town to work for her father that she doesn't really have a relationship with. They've been estranged for years, and when she gets there, she meets this guy named Sean, and he kind of brings her into his world, and it's so good, but so sad. So I'm so excited to reread the series. I hope I love it just as much the second time around. But anyway, definitely join us for that live show. I can't wait to talk to you all about it. So I normally start off with fantasy romance, but I'm actually going to start off with monster romance. So if you're familiar with my channel, I have been trying to get into monster romance. I actually have a trying out monster romance vlog that I will leave in the cards and in the description, and I haven't had a lot of luck. So probably I Married a Lizard Man and the Katie Robert Dragon book are like my favorites so far, but still I think I rated both of them 3 stars. So I'm really looking for a really good monster romance, and I happen to be doing a collab video with someone who does read monster romance. So I asked for some recommendations, and they gave me 2, and I am so excited about both of these books. First of all, the cover art looks absolutely amazing, but they both sound really good and are both available via audio. So first up, we have Ensnared by Tiffany Roberts. So this is a spider romance. I don't know how I feel about that, but this cover is just absolutely gorgeous. I'm very intrigued. I don't know how this is gonna work, but I'm interested, and this is gonna be one of the first books I actually read in May. And then the other one is Soul Eater. So I just know this is an MM monster romance. Once again, don't know very much else about it, but cover art looks awesome, and I really hope these are like 5-star reads. I really want to find a monster romance that I really enjoy. And next up, I'm going to try out fan fiction. So I plan on reading Manacled by SenLinYu. So if you're unfamiliar with what Manacled is about, it is what would happen if Harry Potter actually died in that last war, and Voldemort came into power, and he ends up making like a repopulation effort, and it's Harry Potter meets Handmaid's Tale, and Draco and Hermione are the main characters. I cannot wait. I hope this is worth all of the hype because everyone loves this series or this book. So I actually started this book almost a year ago, I feel like, and I was really enjoying it. It is super long. I think it's over 800 pages. But at the time, not all the audio was released, and it's been a while. So now all the audio is out, and I cannot wait to read this book. I'm actually going to be buddy reading it with Isa from Fun Fantasy Books, and this should be really good. I was a huge Harry Potter fan when I was in high school, actually elementary school, and then going into middle school. But I remember there being like so many nods to the original books, and it's gonna be so good. I will say I've heard it is very dark, so definitely check trigger warnings if you're planning on reading it. But yeah, it should be a really good time. And next up, I'll be reading Between Despair and Hope by Jess Wisecup. So this is the sequel to Between Wrath and Mercy. And if you're unfamiliar with Between Wrath and Mercy, we are following this woman, and she is stuck in a loveless marriage, but her daughter is her entire world, and one day her daughter ends up being kidnapped, so she goes to the prince to help get her back, and we find out that her and the prince actually have a history, and there's just so much pining, and it has mature characters that are in their 30s, and it's just one of my favorite fantasy romances, and the ending of that book was intense. It's a crazy ending, so I cannot wait to see what happens in this book. It's gonna be so good. And next up, I'm going to be finishing the Mind F series by St. Abbey. So I listened to the first book, The Risk, I believe. That was recently available via audio. And this is a series that hooks you in so quickly. So we're following our main character, and she's actually a serial killer, and she's killing the people that did something very heinous to her years ago. So she's hunting them down, torturing them, and then killing them. So she ends up meeting in the very beginning of the first book an FBI agent, and they hit it off right away. So it's pretty much her like killing all of these people while her boyfriend is hunting her down without realizing that she's the killer. And I'm loving this so far. So the audio is being released, I think, every like 3 weeks or so. So I might have to finish this physically, but I really did enjoy the audio. So hopefully the audio all comes out in May. Probably won't happen. But overall, I'm loving this. If you enjoyed Dexter, you'll probably really enjoy the story. And I can't wait to see what happens. And I just realized as I'm filming this is the month of like crazy thick books. So next up we have Binding 13, and this is by Chloe Walsh. So I've heard amazing things about this. I was recently on a live show with Tori from Novel Life. We were talking about the Stay With Me series, and she brought this book up and said I would probably really enjoy it, and it's gonna make me cry, which is all I needed to hear. So this is actually a sports romance, and I believe it's new adult. I think the characters are like in high school, and it's set in Ireland. I've heard the audio, you have to kind of slow down because the characters have like a very heavy Irish accent, but I love Irish romances, one of my faves. So this should be really good. I think the sport they play is rugby. I don't know very much else about this, but a lot of people commented on one of my videos where I brought this up saying that I need to read this and have my tissues ready, so I cannot wait. Let me know down in the comments if you guys want to see me vlog reading this or not. I was going to try to read the first two. I think they're about the same couple. But yeah, let me know. But anyway, I can't wait to read this, and I hope it's as good as everyone says. So next up, I plan on reading The Choice by Jade. So the audio for this book is going to be releasing on May 9th. I have been waiting for this to come out via audio. So this is kind of like a companion duet to The Words. And if you have not read The Words by Jade, you need to. It is so good. It was one of my favorite romances of last year. So this, I've been looking forward to this book for a while. So I believe this is following Memphis, who was one of the members of the band from The Words, and I forget who the love interest is, but I've heard this is also pretty dark, and I've also heard that it is very long, but I've also heard very, very good things. So I'm excited. If it is half as good as The Words, I'm going to absolutely love it, and I just cannot wait for that audio to be released. And another audio that's going to be releasing in May is Painted Scars. So this is the first book in the Perfectly Imperfect Mafia Romance series. I've been waiting for this to come out as well. So a lot of my friends were reading this series almost a year ago at this point, last summer, and I was really interested, but there wasn't an audio yet. So it's finally coming out. I believe this first book is an arranged marriage, and we're following someone who's really high up in the Russian mob, ends up marrying this woman who is fake pretending to love him, but really she secretly hates him, and only he realizes that. And it's been a while since I've read a really good mafia romance, so I'm very excited to try out this new series. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Those are all the books I plan on reading in May. Hopefully they all get read. Now, after filming this video, I realize that most of those books are very, very long, but I'm gonna do my best. Anyway, if any of the books I talked about are books that you plan on reading in May, please let me know down in the comments below. And I said this already, I post new videos every Wednesday and Sunday. And if you haven't yet, please like and subscribe. I will see you all next week.